What is good in the neighborhood? It's been a while since I saw y'all. I'm sorry, it's not me. The difficulties have been technical. I promise you they have. Just like tonight's show. Y'all stick around. You definitely gonna
Here
learn
to
some
bring
things.
you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal. Letting you decide if it truly is hate or debate.
Pulls up three-pointer.
Okay, well, I'm not doing it. Yo, I'm gonna start this off. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I said that 3 times because everybody knows I'm a San Francisco 49er fan. I burned my hat. I thought about it. I saw how things were going. I knew something just told me. It just was a little different this year. Everything was different this year. And I don't just mean the injuries. Everybody can say what they want. Remember, I was on the bandwagon. Oh, he doesn't got it anymore. He's not innovative. He's not creative. He doesn't listen to. I thought he was losing the locker room, man. And then you go and beat up on the Bears 38-13 in the fashion that you did, and they got their touchdown and cleanup minutes. I mean, come on. And I'm hyping. I'm hype as I don't know what because of the simple fact that got to win out, and then we'll guarantee that the San Francisco 49ers will be in the playoffs this year. What's going on? What's going on? You can't say it's the injuries. You can't say it's the people that's not there because the people that's there have been there all year this year. You could have utilized Kittle and you could have utilized Jennings just the same way. Those guys could have both been in the 1,000-yard club right now, used right. I love you, Debo. South Carolina representative. You know what I mean? You did your thing, but where are you, man? Where are you, man? I'm not putting this Debo. Where are you, man? I rock with you. I really do rock with you. Everybody knows it. I'll stand up for you first. But I'm getting kind of beat in. I'm getting beat in out here, man. They throwing heavy ones lefts and right. I need you. You can get on the podcast, defend yourself, talk to these people out here about it. I believe in you, but I need if y'all win it out. It'll show something to y'all and give y'all. And I think that's just what the doctor ordered. If y'all play like lights out the rest of this year, and see, you play like the lights out the rest of this year, and show yourself one thing, and that one that is going to show. Hold on, I got a special guest coming in this bitch right now. Hold on just a minute, y'all. Hold on just a minute. Y'all asked for it. Y'all got it. Let's get it. What's good with you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfect. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm trying to get you into my Bluetooth so that I can actually.
Okay. But yeah, you know me, man. I'm over here talking about our Niners, man, and how crazy this thing is right here. And you
Talk
wait till
about
you
that.
playing the Bears. I mean, like you wait till you play the Bears to do what you're supposed to do, and you know how people they try to throw in there that, but it's the Bears. If you look at the with major teams like that, so I'm not gonna put it on it like you know what I mean. What's your take on the game from Sunday?
Aside from the fact that every facet of our game went as it should have been going all season long, our defense managed to stop. Our defense held them to no points. Was it half, almost all the way through the first quarter, almost all the way through the first half?
That's
Held them to
that's
no points.
yards
The came
for
out.
y'all.
The offense came out fire, and they was like they was up to 14 points. What 6 minutes, 8 minutes into the fourth quarter? We're up 14-0. It's like where was all of this? Special teams was able to do a thing. Moody actually kicked something. I'm just like, and that is with
Let me
not
get you
being
to turn
able
your
to
camera
watch
to
the
the
game,
side.
huh?
You hear me, sis? Let me get you to turn your camera to the side. Fill the screen.
Oh, okay, there we go.
There
That's
we
a whole lot better.
go.
That's a whole lot better. So yeah, I mean,
We in
aside
the
from not being
game
able
now.
to watch the game,
Hold on. Now I can put our background up and we all the way in there. All right. Come on. We good.
okay, yeah, aside from not being able to watch the game fully because it's not shown on the East Coast, but that's a whole other issue. I've been
Man,
trying.
I
I was
wasn't
like,
mad at
"Can I help you? I am busy. You can have one later. Goodbye." That's my 9-year-old who wants to.
That's right. They want the
I
love.
am
They want some
working.
of that 49er love right now.
She wants a hug at all the most inopportune time.
Man,
She just
give her mama,
nosy.
get mama, give her a hug,
I
man.
gave her
The kids
one.
always welcome on the show.
I gave her
That's
one.
right.
She
The
don't.
kids is
She.
always
I
welcome.
gave
Mine
her
do
a
the same
hug.
thing.
Silly goose. I gave her a
Mine
hug.
always wait till
She's
I'm
been
right here
busy.
on the show. Can I say hi?
I've been
That's
on the
what
phone.
it
Don't want
is.
to be doing
But yeah,
nothing.
but
It's really.
those guys, like Sunday, I saw like the playbook opened. Like, remember when we were talking a couple weeks ago about the
Yeah,
team
Kyle. You're
like
going in and
themselves
out.
as
It's
far
going
as
in and out
offense?
on me.
You can't. All right, it be better right now? It might be my internet connection.
Okay, it could be yours or mine, but yeah, like we saw how the couldn't they wasn't Kyle wasn't looking at the playbook. He wasn't. They weren't. Nobody was communicating on it. None of the nobody. The coordinator, him and the coordinator was off, and I think everybody was off. Nobody was communicating. It's like something woke them all up and went, "Oh crap! Everybody's hurt. We got to figure out how to talk about this."
But remember,
That's exactly.
they went this whole year until last Sunday to get that together. What the
That
difference
part.
that I think it is? Kyle went ahead and bought his book. You know what I mean? And I think Nick
Hmm.
Sorensen this year is over for him. And I think Brandon Staley, is that his last name? I think he stepped up and he got more involved in that defense because that defense didn't look like that all year. And I'm talking about before
At
the
all.
injuries. Our defense didn't look like that. This is
At
no Nick
all.
Bosa, and Colin Yuri Gross Models was all over the quarterback. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
Caleb,
He had what 3 sacks?
right? Uturi, yeah, he was out there, and he was. I mean, like what? You know what I mean? And I mean, look at Garindo this game. Remember,
Garindo
you
is a
got
beast. I think he's so underrated. He does not use him to his
man.
ability
Every
because
guy
he
is.
can he can push. Not only can he run, he's physical and he's big, so he can push through some defenders and break a lot of them tackles. I don't think he uses him the way he
Yes,
should.
he's
Now that
got
with
4.3
McCaffrey's hurt,
speed.
and now that McCaffrey's hurt, that is what you need because McCaffrey had the speed, but Riddle he's got speed and he's got the physicality. He can push through that. That way you won't, and then go back to using Debo as the what we call him the wide back. Why we should get back to using Debo in the way you was using him, so that way that opens up Garindo, that opens up Purcell, that opens up using Kittle and using Juice in the mix too, and I know Mason's still a little too banged up, but still, you open
Mason
up
is
to the
out.
rest.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
you
that opens
do.
up the rest
And
of the
my thing is,
offense.
juice the juice out there. I think it's Juwan Jennings suck
Mm-hmm.
all year. Their consistency this year, he would be in the 1,000-yard club right now. He was
Yeah.
wide receiver, then he got hurt, fell to 4. Then they stopped going to him like that. Kittle all
Yeah.
year, like all his career, this man has got 66, 100 and something targets, and maybe 2 touchdowns this year. This is
And,
ridiculous. I
and
mean,
Kittle is
as
the
far
epitome of
as total weapons,
consistency.
he's supposed to be there with blocking them. Right. And see, remember Kittle, they're using him more as a blocker than what he's great at. He does not
Yeah.
drop passes at all, man.
Remember that pass a couple
I
years ago
mean,
that
him and
I think
Juwan,
was with Green Bay, and he bobbled, or was it Cowboys, and he bobbled it with the one hand. Yeah,
yeah, that was the Cardinals, man. That was Cards, yeah.
I know. So I was like, because he bobbled it with one hand and he still brought it in, and that was like that was almost like a third and long type play too.
Man, he is like a drumpopotamus right in front of him. You do not want to tackle this big dude. Linebacker,
Mm-mm.
he can beat him with speed. Backs and safeties, they do not want to hit him. He's wild. You know what I mean? He up in
No.
a nice mix.
And you ever listen to him when they do the 49ers stuff when he's
But I
mic'd
saw,
up and he was just sitting there laughing and joking and they
yeah,
just be like, you don't care. It's almost like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde flip of the switch, and it's so fun to watch. It is so fun to watch.
right. I love his game, man. I think if he should retire 49er, when he retires, it's hard to fill that position. They hadn't got a tight end there since he got there that held any weight. Period. I mean, they
Exactly.
could either a little bit block but couldn't catch, or they didn't have any speed or anything, but could catch sometimes, but never could
Yeah.
do all what Kittle does. He does. He's got speed. He can block. He can catch everything. He's got a great personality. He's a capto. I mean, it's great to have a guy like that, and it's hard to replace
Yeah,
him, man.
Dwelly is
Like
good, but not as decent. If you ask me, if people like would argue over who the best tight end of the game is, people be like they be like, oh, Kelsey. I honestly I think it's Kittle because Kittle's game is more along the lines of the way Tony Gonzalez played when Tony Gonzalez played.
Yep.
He was physical.
And Shannon Sharp.
He had hands. Yep, they were physical him, and they knew how to make their team and keep them, from going looking too deep and going, too far dumps, and kept them playing that offense, playing with
Right.
that enthusiasm. That's just
Yep,
my opinion.
that's true. And you full credit for that. Give you full credit for that right there. That's right there, man. Because man, you're 100% right. That dude right, you never saw before, and that's a crazy thing to say. Never saw before, but he's great at he does. I love his
Mhm.
game again. And what do you think about we already told you Tory, but what do you think about the returning of Talanoa Hufanga? Because again, you like how normally how he plays, he all over the place with that club, man.
That is, like, okay. I love some of my favorite people are those of Polynesian descent because I love food, I love the culture, I love, but I love Hufunga's energy because he doesn't let anything hold him back. He's like, if he's gonna be out there, he's gonna take the hits, whatnot. I was a little worried about that club because I ain't seen that club in a long time. I forget the last player I saw wearing that thing, and I'm just like, all I could think of was, are we about to go boxing? And if we boxing, how many penalties is we gonna have? Because that's gonna
Man,
throw us off. I'm like, we already done lost. I'm like, our safety, our secondary back there is a little shaky, a little shaky. But after he did good, and I'm just like him, and just it was.
I
I,
like
I was
the
looking
way
at the
he looked
stats and stuff, and it was just
this game. He looked like how he looked before he got injured when he came back this year. He looked better
hmm
than that.
He looked
You know what
and
I mean?
he was
Earlier
at his
this
all
year,
pro.
we
He
was
looked
like,
all
wait,
pro.
he's back, but we was like, wait, yeah, we saw him this week. He was all over the place, like how he does, like how Paulo do, and how they was comparing him, calling him the Palomalo
hmm
point. No, but earlier this year, I was like, is that really her? Or does he need some more time? And with him, Dre Greenlaw is weeks away, and this right here. They did what they did last week without Bosa. That quarterback
And that's
like
the
that.
scary part. That's the scary part because if you can do that without both to actually play together like that, think of the schemes that you could not own to come up the plays and come with to have everybody on point. That front four pass rush can sit there and get to that QB. We can keep the QB off the field or at least have them go 3 and out longs and get better field position than what we've been doing. If they
Yep.
can come the rest of the games, we can get at least into that
Yep.
wild card spot because we've been 49. One thing about the 49ers, they've been good. Even if they haven't gotten the first seed, they can be dogs and can get gritty when they actually get into that playoff and get that wild card. And like, oh, you thought we was down and out. They can do it. It's just can they maintain with all the chaos that has ensued this past season? Like I'm a 49er to the end ride or die,
Yes.
bleed red and gold. Matter of fact, I got my blanket sitting right here that my cat is trying to sit on. I got it all.
I'm
I will
telling you,
sit there.
yeah.
I don't care. But I'm a realist
Yeah.
at the same time.
This is why the talks have been should Shanahan be fired, and it's because he's had the pieces, he's had the players all year, even backups.
We should have won the
But
Super
you
Bowl
don't
last year.
play them. Why are you holding these people back? Yes.
I don't
And
know.
that was
We
on
should have
you.
won the
Didn't know
Super
the
Bowl
rules.
last
You
year.
know you supposed to defer.
You're the coach.
You
That's about as
defer
bad as
in
when.
overtime. You
That's about as bad as
defer.
when.
Everybody knows it. That's why my whole
When
ran off like that.
yeah, that's about as bad as when was it the year we played the Cowboys in the playoffs at Cowboys home and Dak didn't know that they had to let the ref touch the ball or something. It took too long and that's how we ended up winning because they didn't know the rules and everybody laughed at them about that. Same difference, and we on the biggest stage, and we got them. We shouldn't even that game shouldn't even win overtime because we had them.
You won the
We
coin
had
toss.
them. We had them. It
Moody
should
missed
not have
kicks.
Mooney just. But then again, we you know what we was spoiled because we had the
McCaffrey fumbled.
golden foot. We had the golden boy. We had the golden foot because Robbie couldn't. Robbie was good as gold. Robbie could kick things that I don't know. We was all spoiled by Robbie. But they need
Right.
one thing we need to draft
Yep.
when we draft is that we need to draft a kicker. Or you need to have somebody working in the
But see, that's
offseason
where they
at the
were wrong.
kicker.
Nah, they need to just scout better because you got to think about it.
Yeah.
Remember, Moody was switch with him because they didn't feel like they wasted that pick, and they could have got a better defensive lineman. Remember, he lost us a couple games this year off of being a third round draft kicker.
Oh, yes, let's not look.
How many people that if you looking at they got that the Steelers got all of these players got great players. We got that kicker and
Yeah, they
we
should have.
definitely
Yeah.
need defensive line. I
We
mean,
need
that's
need a
ridiculous,
better
right?
offensive line. We need to look at somebody in the secondary. I am glad that they put Dobbs up to QB2 over the other dude because I was like, why is Dobbs QB3? This man had Minnesota in the playoffs last year. Why is he QB3? He need to be QB2 because he's the only other one I think can run that scheme, and he can run. Like Brock is
And
great at running,
remember how
but
he
he can
had
run
us
and
in
he
the
can see the
preseason.
field. Exactly, and he can see the field. He reads
Yes, and
defenses
remember
really
what he did in
well.
preseason.
hmm So I
Yes,
was like,
and he's
when I
better
saw
at doing
that,
it. Any quarterback that can read a defense on the run is elite to me because it's harder to read a defense on the run because everything shifts.
Exactly. You
on
gotta
except
think
for the
quick.
people that right. So
You gotta think quick.
and I'm with you. How he was always better. I think that's way better at that. I can't be mad at that. I'm with you 100%, Josh Dobbs, man.
Yeah, so that's just my theory. That's just but what like I tell people, what do I know? As the song goes, I'm just a girl. So what do I know?
Oh man, hey, that don't matter. If you watch our squad like how we watch our squad, we know what's going on. And like I said, that news with Greenlaw is Bosa. So, like I said, I mean, we can beat the Rams Thursday after that fight that they
Mm-hmm.
lose. We can beat these guys if we play what we this you can win out and let the cards fall where they may. If we don't make it, it's our own fault. If we make it, it's
Exactly.
time to ball out the rest of the year. It's time to ball out the
Exactly.
rest of the year. And
And
like
we can do it.
like I've been all year hard on Shanahan because you waited this long to do this and you could have been doing it all year. We do not know what you were saving. I don't know what you
And
were
for what?
saving all year to do what
And
you
for
did.
what?
And everybody's calling it a fluke. And everybody calling it a fluke because you did it to Chicago. Every team that we played this year, you basically had a lead. You had the
For the
opportunity to
most part.
win all year.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Stupid cat.
This conversation with that team, that talent, man, they know it's big boy football right now.
We need a. I know one of the things we really need to look at is we really need to get a defense. I don't think we have a defensive minded defensive coordinator.
And like I said, remember this game was different, right? I think that's
Mm-hmm.
because they let Brandon Staley do more of the calls. And like I said, remember all year, Nick Sorensen has been
Yeah.
Brandon Staley, who he brought up. He was our
That's
cold
just.
defense coordinator. I never knew how that was going to work. But next year, they
Say that one
playing.
more time. You broke up. You
They
broke up in
playing.
between there. What did you say?
If they don't bring Rob Sala home next year, they playing.
Yeah, they. I when he got let go from the Jets, I thought for sure they was gonna go ahead and bring him back. But you know what? Depending on what he had, what Obo already
He
had,
in
they
Green
had they
Bay.
couldn't justify. They couldn't. They probably could. They couldn't
No,
justify
he's in
letting
Green
nobody
Bay
else
right
go.
now. Nah, Green Bay gave him a little offer. He's over there talking and what do they call it? He's advising them in Green Bay right now. He could have been doing that right there where we are.
No, I need Lynch to
Calling the
figure. I need
game.
Lynch to see. I need to see Lynch to see what he saw, what transpired. Yes, Sunday's game. See how it worked out, and be like, okay, we need somebody. We need that defensive mind back, and go and get him as an advisor, whatever. Yeah, I'm with you. Bring him home. Bring
Not
him home now, like yesterday.
not this year. This year, the only reason he's an advisor because the Jets have to pay that this year. Next year, we bring him all the way on. You know what I mean? Like what you were saying.
Yeah,
But like I said, why would you even let him dabble with another team so he
I
can
don't
get?
know.
Man, this is
Unless you're trying to get, unless you're trying to get
Kyle
inside
can't be mad.
intel.
But see, Kyle became a head coach. He did it in Atlanta.
True. Yeah, that's right. He was an
You gave him an
advisor to the
offer. He
offensive
left.
coordinator. That's right.
There's no hard feelings. The man gotta come on. That man gotta.
Yeah.
If it didn't work out, that's fine. But the support Renee before D'Amico Ryans that you had out there on the, and it was against what he wanted, but he just put his touch on it. He's a motivator for all of those players out You see
Mm-hmm.
how he is. He got the energy. He bring it to him. He to me is to the Detroit Lions. Those
And they'll
coaches
play
like
up. They'll
D'Amico,
play
how
for
he
it.
is, and who just I mean, you'll go out there and die in the field. That's a captain you want. That's the captain from Saving Private Ryan right there for you. You're gonna do whatever it takes for him, and you'll feel at the end of the day, who's live or die. You're gonna feel good 'cause that was your captain.
Yep, you left it all out there. You made sure you did what
Whatever.
he asked you to do.
That's right. And that is right. That's 100% right, man. I got let's see. Get out. The
Hmm?
next topic that I said I got two things before we get out of here. And the first one is Aziz
You broke up.
and that hit that he gave on to the
On Trevor Lawrence. When I
Yeah.
tell you I
My
watched
thing
that
is,
play, go ahead.
mhm.
No, go ahead. Before I give you my take on that one. Go ahead.
It was uh that's do not say that's a 3-game suspension. That's ridiculous. And I all agree with Tom Brady on that. He said these a fake slide and keep going like Mahomes and these guys have been doing all offensive plus once they're gay, man, all they know is hit. They don't know how to pull back. BTE too. That's speed about to hit a target. Now I gotta break my whole body down to not do it. That's shocking. Your brain just aim is hitting it with a body to, you know what I'm saying? I'm full speed raw mode, and then no, I gotta take it easy on you. No, you can't do that. What's
First, when I saw the hit, because I'm a medic by trade. So when I saw the hit, the first thing I was like, my first theory was, oh my God, because I didn't think about his head more so than I thought about his neck. Because I was sure he tore
right?
one of his ligaments the way his knee bent back. The thing is, as a player, and you know the rules of the game tend to change, and you know the quarterbacks have always had a slide and whatnot. The minute you see that quarterback get ready to go down, you should have changed your trajectory. Even if he would have made like a slight right turn, he would have went around him, or a slight left turn, you would have went past him. You may have still got a rough and passing car because you probably would have tripped over him, but you would not have hit him full force. The fact that you still went at him full force, you knew that was a conscious decision. You wanted to make sure you sent a message to the Jaguars. No, we come for you. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna keep you down. The fact that he wanted to appeal his 3-day suspension, no, bro, because that hit was that could have hurt him seriously. That was almost as bad as that hit that boy had on Shador in that Colorado game. You aiming to take
How many
somebody out.
games did he get suspended? How many games did he get? How many games did he get suspended? Where's his fine? When they do these black quarterbacks like that, look at
Oh,
Tua.
it
Look at
don't
Tua.
happen. It's a
And
Tua. Oh
no,
God,
I'm saying
Tua
the
scares
decisions
me.
he made to run, the decisions he made to run, but how many fines and how many games hit?
None.
These guys should get fined for faking going down and running stuff like that. Now, like I said with you,
Yes.
I agree with it. And now this is my whole thing is if you're gonna suspend them, you can't fine them. If you're gonna fine them, you can't suspend them. You can't give him
One or the
both
other.
unless
One
it's
or
a
the
one
other.
game suspension and a healthy one. You know what I mean? 3 game
Yeah, one or the other.
suspension
Don't
right
take
now
too
this
much out
time
of
of
his
year.
paycheck.
And the hell, you know what I mean? Right. If you're going to suspend them 3 games, that has to be with pay, and he pays a fine. He
Yeah,
pays a fine,
I agree.
or if not, you take make him pay a hefty fine and no suspension. You do both, you know what I mean? Come on, you finding him and you suspending him paid games. I understand, and like I said, it wasn't helmet to helmet. It wasn't
Mm-mm.
helmet to helmet at all. All of the whiplash and all of that. This is where quarterback on the same contracts as every other player. No, you're going to get hit. Who cares? You're a
Exactly. This is
quarterback
where
and you got hit by
this is where quarterback
a
smart has to come into play. At some point, you as a QB have to know how to slide, how you gonna do it, and how to protect yourself so that you don't end up. Are you gonna get hurt? Now, hey, you're grown 300 pound men running into you. You gonna get hurt at some point. You're gonna get hurt, but you need to learn how to. There needs to be some type of safety protocol where the quarterbacks themselves learn how to slide or how to do something or how to bring themselves down in a way
a
that
signal. A signal
is
like this will be
something,
fine.
like we do
If they
fair
put that,
catch.
if they exactly, and they can stop right there. They don't even have to slide. They run to where they're gonna get, and if you hit after that, then you can get fined, suspended, and everything because that is it. It's
Exactly.
like you
I
throwing the
think,
flag or give them a flag to throw out of their belt. It's over. It's
yeah,
over. I'm giving hands up. We agree
something
on that.
because
We agree on that.
that protects your
hundred
quarterback,
percent.
that protects your lineman because your lineman need. Okay, I'm not saying take the hits away from the game because some of them hits back in the some of them hits is just like make you go ooh, and you wonder how they still walking. But if the goal of the we don't want none of the quarterbacks hurt because the quarterback is the soul is the heart of the team. You don't need the quarterback hurt, but you also don't need linemen out here doing these cheap shots and putting people
That's
in
right.
danger when the sport itself is already a dangerous, not a dangerous sport, but a physical sport where you put your body through some ringers. Now I've never played the game, but I
Yeah,
know enough about it to know my body get hurt. Yeah, I ain't like that old saying. You
sugarcoat
ain't
it.
gotta
It
get hit
is a
by you ain't
dangerous.
gotta get hit by a car. Like my daddy said, I ain't gotta get hit by a car to know that it hurt.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. That's right. All right. Before we get out of
Mhm.
here, what I like to do, I call it the 5 for 5 is I'm gonna name 5 players, but I'm gonna name them one at a time. One
Okay.
for you, for that player. If you get it right, I'm gonna give you the
Okay.
get it
So
wrong, or
spot.
you try to say something I don't like it. I'm gonna be like, but it's one at a time.
Okay. So
So,
let me
like,
get
say
this
for
straight.
instance,
All
I
right.
was to say John Elway. If you was to say John Elway, I'd say the man. And the only reason I can get away with 2 is because of who he is. But I'd have to leave that to you to say, do you accept that 2? Really, it's only 1. And I would say for him, really, as John Elway, Bronco.
Okay.
Because that's
Okay. I
all I
think I
can
got.
think of when I think
I
of
think I get
John
where you're
Elway.
going.
You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
it's one
Okay.
that. But if you do, like, if we used to say, like, what is it, Michael Irvin, you would have to say, what's his nickname, the playmaker. You would have to say that,
Playmaker.
and you get that all day, yeah, because it's, you know what I mean. You can say
Okay.
because that's
Because that's how it
long
was a
as
one word thing.
they're
Yeah,
backing up
I
on
got
who
you.
they are.
Okay.
People
I
need
got
more
you.
than one word. All right,
Sometimes.
cool.
I
All right,
got
the
you.
first one I got for you. The first one, we're gonna keep this in Niners because this is our first Niners episode, and I got you in here with me. Let's go um with my boy goodness, Frank Gore.
Beast.
I give it up. I give it. Yes, yes, he is that. No explanation needed. He got the jacket that proves it. Yes, yes, he
That's
is that. Yes,
yeah.
he is that. All right. Number 2, Steve Young.
Monkey.
Was that?
The monkey. Because he got that monkey off his
I
back when
couldn't
he
hear
won
you.
that Super remember? I said monkey. Because he got that monkey off his back when he finally won the Super Bowl.
Like it, and I love your explanations. See, this is how it works. Because people, you mean? And we yes, no monkey. Because one don't stop no show, but he started one.
Exactly. We're
I
going
promise you that.
mm-hmm.
Number 3, Terrell Owens.
Underrated. Because he talked too damn much.
I accept it. I accept it. I accept it. I accept
He didn't get half as what he should have got.
because of that.
Half as what he was good because he ran his freaking mouth. He talked. If he would have shut up sometimes and actually listened and been coachable, I think he could have. I think he could have battled Jerry Rice for some of them records.
He could have. He could have, and he was close to it. You know what I mean? He was coming up. He was coming up. You're right. 100% right. Colin Kaepernick.
I think Colin. I think Kappa. Um, hmm, under undervalued, underutilized.
I'll accept it. And a lot of them was saying like in that time he was falling off, and they got no. He got undervalued, and he got underutilized. That is
Because
true
he did
because
not have he
man,
did not
when
have
you
half the weapons. I
nope,
mean,
and if
Crabtree
you
was
look at
good, but
that
Crabtree was
gun,
a yes,
if you look at that gun of an arm that he had,
yes.
like how those things used to laser, and remember the legs that he put on Green Bay in that playoffs,
He
man.
can. He's the reason we stayed in the Super Bowl as long as we did when we played Baltimore when the lights went
He's
out.
the remember this right here. Right now we got Mahomes and we got Lamar Jackson as the best 2 quarterbacks as far as mobility and arm strength. As far
And
as
Cap was
black quarterbacks. Back then you had Cam Newton and you had Colin Kaepernick. And he was the only
exactly.
quarterback in the league that can rival Cam. Remember, he beat him
Yeah,
and did his move,
and
buttoned it
did his
back
Superman
up
move.
and
It
kissed
sure
the
did.
muscle. And
It
kissed
sure
the
did.
muscle.
It sure did. And I think the way and they're not going to give Colin the respect that he deserves, and they're not going to give Cam the respect he deserves either. Because Cam was the first to do it. Cam came out of Auburn when black quarterbacks coming out of like schools like Auburn wasn't really like now you got Jalen Milrose out of Alabama, you got Cam Moore coming out of Miami and whatnot. When black quarterbacks, even USC, let's be real, because USC ain't always had a black quarterback, and you got North Stiller beasting down there.
And like you see the difference. You see the
And it's
difference.
like they don't have that, so they're not going to give them that respect that they will. I will, but a lot of people won't. But they were the two. I think they were the two that Doug Williams made black quarterbacks. Let people look at black quarterbacks and go, "Oh, okay, wait a minute, we need to look at something." But Cam and Cap made them look at like these quarterbacks. So can run, they can throw. We can use them as weapons in a different way. Because see, now you even got other quarterbacks trying to figure out how do we run and extend plays when the play breaks down. I think you froze. Yep, you froze.
It's saying it's having trouble connecting. So I'm gonna get this last one out of here before we go.
Okay.
Can you?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay.
You froze again.
The last one is Jerry the Goat Rice.
Goat. You said it. Goat. Goat. 20 some odd years, and it took almost 25 years for some of his records to be broken. Come on, no. Goat. And the fact that he still supports the Niners, him, Montana, and Young still show up, still part of the order, still, the York family let them be there. Nah. Jerry hands down. Went to all these other places and retired as a Niner. Jerry hands goat. That's it. The best number 8, the best person ever wear number 8.
And he still got 96% of all wide receiver records out there, period.
Because ain't nobody touching it. Eventually somebody's gonna touch it, but right now I don't see nobody touching it.
Right.
Mike Evans is a good close second with Tampa Bay to coming when he's healthy and he can get it, but yeah, that's about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I definitely, before I get out of here, let me give a shout out to my sponsors. The first one, shout out to Planet Vapor for all your vaping needs. Go to any of the 12 different locations in South Carolina, or if you can't get to one of those locations or you don't live in South Carolina, be sure and kind enough to go to them online, planet.vapor.com. Also, shout out to Blonde Fury for all your recording needs, as well as Jay Breezy, one of the illest out there for all your production and recording needs. Go out there, holler at these guys, get yourself right. And for the last one, shout out to my boy, my brother, the one and only Corey Rock Bottom Davis, down at Rock Bottom Studios, Columbia, South Carolina's very first Black-owned animation station. Go down there for your graphics. Go down there for your Comic-Con stuff. Go holler at bro. If you are an artist and you want your thing done in a comic style like how ours is, man, go holler at him, man. Him and the team will get you right. And before we get out of here, sis, if you got some shots.
If I got some what?
Some shout outs.
To Jay Breezy. That's my cousin. I love him dearly. That's to Jay Breezy for talking me up. To allow me to be on something like this. He knows my story and knows a lot of things. So for to do like this, it takes me out of some of the things that I've been through. So it's allowing me to be on something like this, because I would never have thought to interact with a podcast like this in any fashion or form. So this is great for me. So shout out to Jay Breezy for doing that, and for you to even allow me to to like my vibe enough to let me interact and enter into your domain and into your space. So I thank you for that. Thank you.
Oh man, it's all good, and definitely shout out to Breeze, the one and only, man. But hey man, it speaks for itself. Everybody that's been watching, they see and they know what real good content is, and you're great at what you do. I'm glad to have you on here. I'd like to give a shout out to the bros, the co-hosts with me on the show. Shout out to Shot Bug. Shout out to Young Black. I can't wait till y'all get on and y'all get on here with me and TT, the one and only. You know what I'm saying? But until next time, man, we gonna keep it funky, like my man Cam Newton say. We gonna keep this thing popping, and God damn it, like Nori say, we'll holler at y'all next time, man. Y'all take it easy.
Here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal, letting you decide if it truly is hate or debate.
Pulls up 3-pointer.